The main thing that's shockingly out of control is the drug situation. I mean, it's, you know, Kira comes home and tells me about all these kids at school and friends of hers and that are all on doing drugs. And these aren't from, you know, a terrible situation in a home life. These are, you know, middle-class kids, and they're all on drugs. And their excuse is, well, there's nothing wrong with them because they're legal highs. They wouldn't make them legal if they, you know, if they hurt you. And I'm saying to Kira, where are they getting the money to pay for the drugs, you know? And she's like, well, it's a £5 a time. And I'm going, well, they're just rat poison. I mean, they've no idea. And I said to her, do you have drug education at school? And she was like, yeah, we have had drug education. We know about all the drugs. And she said, but it's really funny because they give you all the bad points of taking drugs, but they give you all the good points of taking drugs as well. And she said, it's really weird.
How it makes them feel.
Yeah, she goes, this is why people take them, because it makes them feel this and it makes them feel that. So, you know, if you're a shy person, a certain drug can bring you out of yourself. And Kira said to her, it's almost like there's sometimes when she makes you feel like, oh, it doesn't sound too bad.
And are these what? These are teenagers?
13 to,
14.
you know, 13 upwards.
Do you think other parents are talking to their kids then? Obviously, you're talking to your daughter, but do you get the sense that other parents are talking to their children about it?
Certain parents. I mean, there's one, I don't want to name anybody, but there's one kid that I know who smokes weed every night with his mum, you know, and he's 14, so... you know, I don't know who needs educating there, but I think for me, the thing with Kira is... Well, the thing with Kira is I've always told her how my mum brought me up, and that's why I always had such a fear of it, was my mum used to say, take drugs and you'll die.
Scare tactic.
And I was just like, whoa, and every time... And she's kind of like that. She always says to her friends, I don't want to be the one that dies, you know, it just takes one bad pill or, you know...
Well, do you remember, I think one of the most powerful, most shocking photographs I've seen, but also the most powerful message of anti-drugs. This was 18-year-old Leah Betts. That's actually on her 18th birthday, and her parents, very bravely, I thought, let this well, they insisted the picture was published. Because she took one ecstasy tablet, and that was it. That was the result. And she died. And then actually earlier, just in September this year, Amy Thompson, you know, she'd taken, I think that was liquid ecstasy. She hasn't died, but she's in a wheelchair.
She can hardly speak. They've put that up on Facebook, like a video of her, and it's astounding, the difference, and so scary. Never done it in her life, and just got pressured into it one night.
My 23-year-old, when she was 15, a girl in her class at school took an ecstasy and died. And the effect on the whole... my daughter, my 23-year-old, touch wood that she remains so, is so ferociously anti-drugs because of that. You know, and I do think that shock tactics work.
But the legal highs, though, I mean, these things... I mean, we're talking about laughing gas here, aren't we? I mean, I remember a friend of mine, she said, Sarah, you know, she's absolutely gorgeous, lovely, you wouldn't think of it. She said, left her daughter at home, and next thing they're having a party, and she came home, and they'd been whatever they do with laughing gas. And she said, apparently, you know, you can just go and buy it. It's not...
That's the legal
anybody can go and buy it, and it's really accessible. So what do you do in that situation? It's so difficult, isn't it?
Well, the fact legal...
It makes it sound like it's not that dangerous.
Well, like Kira's friends all say, well, it can't be that bad because it's legal.
Yeah.
You know, if it was bad. And she just thinks they should all be banned.
Yeah, I was going to say.
This is from sitting with between 14 and 16-year-olds, and I said, what do you think is the answer? Because we don't know, coming from kids. And they all said, we think they should all be illegal, apart from, they've heard that there's some positive aspects of marijuana, for instance, like with people with MS and pain relief. And they said, but that should only be on a prescription from a doctor. And I thought, that's coming from these kids.